Hi everyone, my name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. Thanks for joining me again. This is Rogue. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing today. Hi. Today has been strange, to say the least. So I was having trouble sleeping last night. And I kept picking up my phone and goofing around on it and kind of dozed off without having it on the charger. I woke up a little bit and I was like, oh man, I got to put this on the charger. Right? Well, apparently I missed this. I have one of those docks to charge it. Apparently I missed the little sweet spot. Woke up this morning, my phone was completely dead. I knew that it was close to dawn because I could see the beginnings of light coming in my window, but I had no idea what time it was because that is the only timepiece I have. So I'm going to have to reset the clock that's in my room. I have an electric clock, but the power was off and I just haven't fixed it. So I had no idea what time it was, if I should just go ahead and get up or whatever. So I put it on the dock and had to let it charge for a little while so that I could turn it on, so that eventually when it was time for me to get up, the alarm would go off. And I fell back asleep after I turned it on. And I could not wake up later. Just couldn't. Probably because I couldn't sleep last night. I was awake too long so that I couldn't wake up this morning. But I had an appointment at 11 at my podiatrist. And usually I walk in the door, there's nobody there, I sit down, they take me back in the next couple of minutes, and I was just picking up some shoes today. I wasn't even gonna have the it wasn't even the podiatrist I was seeing. I got there, I forgot it was Veterans Day. Oh, happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans. Quite a bit of veterans in my family. Anyway, I forgot it was Veterans Day. So I left here it is my habit to get to appointments 15 minutes early. I left here 15 minutes early to get there earlier than that, right? And as I was driving by Dutch, because first I thought, I could go through Dutch and they have muffins and stuff like that, because I hadn't eaten breakfast because I couldn't wake up. So the line was a double line all the way around the building, which happens anytime the teenagers are not in school. There's a high school near me. So I said, well, I'll just go to McDonald's. Taco Bell never has a line, and it is always more in my way to go if I want to get on the freeway. But their breakfast cannot be eaten unless you're sitting down with two hands. And I don't like eating in the car full stop, but I don't like to drive while I'm doing anything else other than maybe a soda. And so I passed that, and I passed the road I needed to turn on, and I got to McDonald's, and the line wasn't moving at all. And I'm looking at the clock going, I gotta go. So I went to the podiatrist's office and I walked in the door, and there was no room to sit. There were so many people in there. And I went up to the counter and I checked in. I said, I'm going to go wait in my car because there was no place to sit. And I said, I'll come back in at 11. And she goes, well, we can just call you when it's your turn. Okay, I told her. Now, I stayed out there until 11:05, something like that. I came back in and there was one seat empty, so I sat in it. And I was there until 20 till 12. My appointment itself didn't take that long. I was getting my shoes. So I had to get something to eat. I went ahead and got something on the way home rather than coming back to eat because I was so hungry. I was like, I got to get something on the way so I can just put something in my mouth before I, and then finish it at home, which I did. And it wasn't until I finished that I went to go get the tablet. It was on 4%. So I had to wait for it to charge enough. It's still not fully charged. I just had to wait until it charged enough that I could actually do a video. We use this tablet that I'm using right now. We use it for our Three Sisters creative videos. And I always go on Sunday to pick it up from my sister's house because she's the one that uploads that video. And most of the time it is fully charged when I pick it up. Apparently it was not this time, and so it was only at 4% when I went to go use it. And I normally check, but I didn't. I didn't last night. So today has been one delay after another. So here I am. It's 2:20. By the way, my phone still isn't fully charged because I keep using it. I don't have a lot. I've been talking for almost 8 minutes now. It is Veterans Day, the 11th. I am going to put a picture here of my dad, who was a veteran, and he served during the Korean War, I think. It might have been just after. I don't know. My sister knows all those things. I do not. He had a picture done of him in his uniform that was not the one, with the flag that they all take before they actually start serving. It's taken at the end of boot camp. Police officers do it too. That's the one that you see when something horrible happens. But this was a studio picture. And I think it was taken... I think it was taken in black and white and then colorized. I have the original picture somewhere, or my sister does. I don't know. When my dad passed away, we used all of these pictures. And some ended up with me, some ended up with my sister, not the one that lives with me, the one that has her own house. It doesn't matter as long as one or the other of us has it, because then it'll be protected. But I never displayed that picture, not really, because I did a painting of that picture. And as I said, I put it here. I did this painting in art school. And I wanted to do one of my mother. My mother had a picture taken during college that is pretty good. And I just never did. My dad wanted me to desperately. And I feel bad that I never did that for him. they had this picture displayed in their house since I did it, basically. And yeah, you know, you always think that there's more time. You always think that you can do it tomorrow. But any of you know that that's just not true. My son had to go to a wedding this weekend. Not far away, Flagstaff. They drove. But I make him contact me when he gets there, and then he's supposed to contact me when he leaves. Hopefully he'll remember to do that. Because the road in between Flagstaff and Phoenix is I-17. Less than a week ago, and I wish this was the only time that happened. A wrong way driver went the wrong way on that road and killed somebody, well, and themselves. It is so easy on our freeways here to get on going the wrong way. I almost did it, and I wasn't even drunk. If the Uber passenger behind me hadn't said, that's the wrong lane, you have to get in the next lane, because the on and off was separated by a curb about that big. So I try to remember that tomorrow is not guaranteed us. I just wish I had done as my dad asked. It would have been a minor thing for me and a major thing for him, and I will feel bad forever. Have I done it yet? No. Because after he passed away, I wanted the picture of my mom, and my sister had it. She goes, "No, I gave it back." I'm like, no, you didn't. and then I just, again, forgot. So, something I still have to do. So here we are. We're almost 15 minutes in, and I haven't even started talking about cross-stitch. I assure you, my talking about cross-stitch will not last as long. But I hope you're having a good holiday if you're in the U.S. Veterans Day for me is a very important holiday. It only matters to those of us that have veterans, but it should matter to all of us. Anyway, this is it. So first I'm going to show my temperature chart. Stitchin' Mommy's temperature turtles. I was thinking, it's November, so I'm close to getting to the end of this. And I was thinking, I have this on a blue Aida that is, I think I got it I could tell it's a Swaggart because of this, but I think I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I'm not positive. And you probably cannot see that there's a slight modeling in it. Let me see. The light is going to make it look like that too. Can you see it? Yeah, it shows a little bit. It looks more like sky than water. And I was like, maybe I could get some dye on a paper towel or a wadded piece of plastic and just kind of make some water. Would I ruin it? I don't know. I could try it over here, but I love sea turtles. I love the way this is looking. I'm kind of excited. I haven't put any fins on this one because I didn't do a lot of stitching on it Friday. But as you can see, we had a cold day. That day, that was That was Thursday of last week. And Thursday of last week, it was 64 degrees, which was cold for us. It was 70-ish, little low 70s, pretty much the rest of the week. Okay, so we've cooled off quite a bit. It was 85 yesterday. And as you see, I'm wearing short sleeves again because this is the weather this year. It's been so strange. It's like, is it going to get cold or not? And I hate cold weather. I hate snow. But I don't mind it being, 60s, 40s. It never gets below 40. Oops, sorry, I kicked the tripod. So we'll see if this strange warm weather continues. If it continues bouncing up and down, we'll see. But I need to give this project some love to get those fins and back stitching on. And then my WebGo project, my first one for this month, is Dirty Annie's Winter Reindeer, which I have made a mess of, but I'm not going to redo it. Now, I want you to look at this pattern. See these little snowflakes right here? Below them, there's one stitch. Well, I did two. One row, But apparently I did this row correctly. So when I went up like this to finish, it didn't match. And it took me a long time to figure out what on earth. But I'm not going to fix it. And I have to decide if I want to try to make the other one look exactly the same or stitch it the way that it's supposed to be. And it should end the same. I mean, it shouldn't make a difference height-wise. So here's where I am so far. I thought maybe I would run a thread on this row here. I haven't put in the little socks, But if I did that, I'd have to wait until I did the tree. But I looked at the pattern, and these are supposed to end at exactly the same spot. So, I don't know. I haven't done any of the snowflakes that are supposed to go around here, but I'll get to those when I get to that side. I thought I would just go ahead and, because the tree is the same color as the fawn or deer or whatever it is. Reindeer. The tree is the same color. So I thought I would just go ahead and use the thread I had. But then I said, then I'll go back and do the white and the red. If I did that, I would want to have to, use the white up on all these snowflakes and stuff. So I don't know. I have to think. There's also white down here, so I could do that. Yeah, maybe I could do that. So I have not spent as much time on this as I probably should have to get more done on it. I love this. I don't like the pattern. The pattern squares are divided into 5s, not 10s, and the line is not that much darker than the other lines. So it can be a little bit challenging, not horribly challenging, just a little bit challenging, because it is out of the norm. But I'll survive. I shall persevere. I'm kind of excited to start the other reindeer. But I'll just keep on plugging away at this tree and then maybe do the white and the red on the first reindeer. There's also a red nose because I think they're both Rudolph. Anyway, there's that. But the reason I haven't been spending any time on either of those things is because I've been trying to finish this. I'm not going to finish it. I know I'm not going to finish it, but I really enjoy this project. I love it. So I got the front of the house done. There's a lot of backstitching. I did some of the backstitching wrong, and I just decided to leave it because it doesn't hurt that much. On right here, I wasn't supposed to go around. I was supposed to just go through. I'm not going to take anything out just for that. So this one's done. I only have 3 more to do, and I've started on the first side. The pattern is the front and a side, the back and a side, like all in the same thing. So I'm just going to finish that first one and then do the second one. So this one shouldn't take me as long because it doesn't have nearly as much detail, but we'll see. The back has a big Christmas tree on it, which I can't show you because it's only in the pattern, but I can't wait. So I am going to keep trying to work on my other projects, the WIPGO projects, but I'm loving stitching the gingerbread so much that that's what it's about, right? Finding something you love and doing it. So I've kind of put aside most of my other, all of my other stuff that I have started, and I'm just kind of concentrating on that. So, yeah. Anyway, I told you I didn't have very much to talk about. Hopefully, tomorrow will not get me so off balance. I don't like being late. I don't like waiting for appointments. I realize that things happen in doctor's offices and it gets behind. But when I was little, I had a doctor that I loved. He was our family doctor. And no matter how many appointments that were already on the books, if you wanted to go in, they would say yes. And you would sometimes wait there for an hour or more to get in. But he was someone that just didn't turn people away. And he also played the saw. Like with a violin bow, and he'd bend the saw and go along it like that. It was so beautiful. Anyway, it made me just not like waiting. If you have an appointment, it's an appointment. And normally at that one, you don't wait at all. And so I was quite shocked that it was so packed this time. But I got my shoes. I love them. And I went there for a regular podiatry appointment shortly after my 65th birthday. And the person that was in the room with me, I think my podiatrist was on vacation, said, "You're on Medicare now. You can get some shoes." And I was like, yay, because my feet always hurt. So I'm very happy about these shoes. So far, they feel really good. So I will talk to you in a week, and hopefully I won't talk your ear off about a crazy day or anything. And thanks for watching.